Stephen Imbido Mfefe. There is a party that is 20 years old this year, Ecological Party of Uganda, that is yet to see a presidential candidate. But hopefully they will be having one this 2025-2026 campaign year, and that will be in the name of Muhammad Nsereko, who is also he's also the MP for Kampala Central. He's the party president for this party, but we have to see whether they will be nominated. He'll be nominated, but at least we know that he picked nomination forms on behalf of the party and is yet to be nominated. Good morning to you, Honorable, and thank you for accepting to speak to us on Morning at NTV.
Good morning, viewers. Hope you're okay. It's been a very long and stressful week for everyone. As we wait for the news that comes out of the Electoral Commission that will go to the country as regards who and when they will be nominated. That
is so surprising when you up to now, nominations are beginning tomorrow. If you are just waiting for news, a presidential aspirant who has already handed in his papers.
Yes, absolutely. I think that is a test towards the Electoral Commission as to whether it's independent and efficient, because there are two things as to whether it is independent and efficient. In my opinion, whatever technology they are using is obsolete. Two, the process is not transparent, because clearly they are doing an electoral part of the electoral process of candidate identification, signature verification, without candidates' agents being present. And it's therefore displaying actual bias, not only to the country, but also the institution. It shows that the institution has a lot to change. It has a lot to change. I mean, they are doing a lot of lip service than what they are delivering. So for the Electoral Commission of Uganda to even boast that it's independent, when on the eve of nomination, this is the last day going towards nomination, there is no actual register that has been displayed to the people. Whatever they said, they collected, gathered data, and everything is not perfect. Secondly, they are still procuring the biometric voter verification machines that have not been brought to the people or to even the stakeholders. Nothing has been shared. Not even the law has been placed in Parliament. So we are conducting part of the process with existing laws that do not support the electoral process, but also the process itself, as they are clearly showing the glamour in Lobowa candidates, because they should have even accessed our documents, or what would we call them, education papers. We should have given them to them already. They are not interested. So we have the NRM and candidate Museveni bringing all his documents, whatever they are.
But have these guys, have the Electoral Commission officials written to you?
No, they have written to us only once, that they required more signatures in different areas, a few, and we took them the following day. No response since Saturday when we returned the signatures for update. They just collect them and take them to a room, and definitely they had forgotten that we had all copies of our signatures that we had submitted. And this is something we are going to display to the world, because they have a portal that they keep switching on and switching off. For every signature that we submitted, we verified through the portal that is there. And they brought back saying, no, the signatures are not enough. Pure rubbish. Pure rubbish. I can tell you, it's utter rubbish. There were no agents of ours. It's just a message sent to us, meant to put us under pressure and slow down our processes of preparation for our candidates rally, as they give an edge to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to show that we are not organized, that for him is extremely organized.
But it's not only President Museveni. I've seen.
Don't talk about the others.
I've seen others also being written too, suggesting that their signatures are still under verification.
All others that have been written to shows that the Electoral Commission, one, is either not prepared, or it doesn't have even the sufficient technology to man the process, because you would just do what we call the wide scan of all the signatures, put them into a system, and then it will give you back an answer within minutes. So they don't have the requisite technology.
You know, Honorable Muhammad Nsereko, you are accusing the Electoral Commission of being unorganized.
Yes.
If less than 24 hours to the nomination of a crucial election. But if that is the case, why would Muhammad Nsereko, Ecological Party of Uganda, subject yourself into the mud if that is it?
Because that is not the mud necessarily. Because I'm a taxpayer. 2, my party is a registered party. 3, it is my right under the Constitution to be a candidate. So they are not doing us a favor. The way you ask this question is like the Electoral Commission is doing us a favor to perform its duties.
Okay.
So what I would like to say is that these guys are paid to do this work.
Sure.
And the country we want, the country we want is a country that will change the way public servants do their work. Public servants do not do a favor to the country to perform their duties. Whether you're a doctor, a teacher, a driver, or even a receptionist at a government institution. So you should not tell Ugandans that why do they even necessarily go to procure government services that they pay taxes for. 1, I'm a taxpayer. 2, the people that have support for the Ecological Party or any other parties are also taxpayers. Therefore, these people are not doing charity to us. They are actually paid to perform these duties for and on behalf of the Ugandans.
Okay, if that is the case,
yes.
Muhammad Nsereko, if all goes well and you are nominated, you will tell me when you're planning to be nominated. But if you are nominated, do you see, with all this that you've described, are we having a fair ground that you think will produce, come January, give us a credible process?
Well, it is the Electoral Commission that is the biggest enemy to itself, because the Ugandans outside there are auditing. When you enter the pitch and you have an umpire or a referee trying to be biased, then the actual bias goes to the organizers. Now, the Electoral Commission that we have, Justice Babakam has been out there talking a lot of things and saying how clean he is, how good he is, how he's not going to display actual bias. Let me tell him that these are things that can impact not only your character, but the future of your family. You know, you have young children. It's not actually a threat. And I'm trying to tell him, whatever you do directly impacts the future of how your children, how your family is going to be viewed by Ugandans, and including himself. You can laugh about it today, but you can be shunned by the whole public because of what you're doing. Now, it is Byabakama versus Byabakama. Justice Byabakama, who says we have an independent electoral commission that he presides over to perform. Right. Because what you see is that everyone is seeing that it is shabby. It is apparent. It is not from me that the man that says that I'm managing an electoral commission, even on the eve of elections, can hardly show anything to show that he's actually preparing the election.
Okay, if finally, if all goes well today, between today and tomorrow morning, what is your strategy like for the nomination, but also after? That will be the last question.
Of course, we intend to go for the nominations if cleared, and if not, it's going to be a huge battle legally, I can tell you, against the Electoral Commission, but also globally to the international players that are actually coming in, because we've cited instances of actual bias. And we can also say that when cleared, we intend to nominate on Wednesday, of course not on Tuesday, then conduct our rally at Old Kampala, or meet our voters, some of those people that have decided to be part and parcel of our nomination. We intend to go there at about 10 o'clock if we book in, because now listen, you have 1 day to pay up. If we are cleared, you have 1 day to prepare your agents. You have just 1 day to prepare everything. And I can tell you, this actually displays actual bias from the Electoral Commission, which claims to be an independent Electoral Commission. And for us as taxpayers, we have the duty to participate, and it's up to them. They are not doing us a favor. They must perform their duties, because if they don't do it perfectly, they are committing treason. And I'm telling you, this is treasonous, what they are doing. They are not only